Hi friends, good morning. Myself, Mr. V.R. Sanav, lecturer in Mechanical Department of KKWAK Polytechnic Nasik. Today we are going to discuss about non-conventional machining process. Especially we will discuss about plasma arc machining. So in plasma arc machining, this is the working principle diagram of plasma arc machining. The three states of matter are solid, liquid and gaseous. The fourth state of matter is obtained when gas are heated up to the temperature 5 to 6000 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, the gases are partially ionized and exit in the form of a mixture of free electrons, positively charged ions and neutral atoms. This mixture is termed as plasma. When gas is heated, the number of collisions between the atoms increases, and due to this, the gas ionizes, which results in electrons and ions. The electrons hence produce, in turn collide with atoms, increase their kinetic energy and ionize them so that more electrons and ions are produced. Hence, the plasma has an ability to conduct electricity due to the presence of electrons. When the gas is completely ionized, then the temperature of the central part of the plasma is between 11,000 degrees Celsius to 30,000 degrees Celsius. Means when high velocity jet of plasma is directed on the work surface by means of plasma arc cutting torch, the metal from the workpiece melts, which results in the machining of the workpiece. The continuous attack of electrons on the workpiece, which transfer the heat energy of plasma on the workpiece, causes the workpiece to melt. This is the setup diagram of plasma arc machining. It consists of number of parts, that is plasma cutting torch, tool and workpiece, then gas supply unit is there, cooling system is there, and power supply system is there. So here the plasma cutting torch, as shown in figure, it carries a tungsten electrode fitted in a small chamber. At the other end of the torch is a small converging orifice called as a nozzle. One side of the torch provides a passage for supply of a gas into the torch. The electrode is connected to negative terminal of a DC power supply and therefore acts as a cathode. The nozzle is made anode by connecting to the positive terminal of the power supply through a suitable resistor. This resistor limits the current through the nozzle to about 50 ampere. A workpiece to be machined is also connected to the positive terminal of the supply. The anode and cathode are separated by an insulator. Then it consists of a gas cylinder, regulator and gas supply hose. The commonly used gases are argon or nitrogen or the mixture of two. For certain useful purposes, a percentage of hydrogen may be added. The choice of the gas depends upon the material to be cut, economics and the quality of the cut edge desired. The flow rate of the gas varies directly with the thickness of the workpiece. Typical gas flow rate is 2 to 11 meter cube per hour. The provision is made for circulating water around the torch so that the electrodes and nozzles both remains water cooled. A DC power supply of 400 volt and up to 1000 ampere is supplied to the nozzle. When supply is made on, a strong arc is struck between the electrode and nozzle and the gas is forced into the chamber. When the gas molecules collide with the high velocity electrons of the arc, plasma is formed and this plasma is forced through the nozzle, that is anode, onto the workpiece. The heat produced from the jet of plasma is sufficient to raise the workpiece temperature above its melting point and the high velocity gas stream effectively blows the molten metal away. Next, there are some controlling parameters. So there are three controlling parameters in plasma arc machining. First is the stand-off distance. So as increase in stand-off distance reduces the depth of penetration and hence narrow the cut width at the bottom. The stand-off distance depends on the thickness of the metal to be cut. The typical value of the standoff distance varies from 5 mm to 10 mm. Then second controlling parameter, that is cutting speed. So increasing in the cutting speed reduces the depth of immersion of the plasma jet, leading to narrowing of cut in the lower portion. Decreasing in the cutting speed will cause the opening of the cut at the bottom of the workpiece. For example, the typical cutting speed for aluminium at 80 kilowatt power and 4 mm orifice diameter is 8 mm per second. Third parameter, that is gas. The gas flow rate is directly proportional to the thickness of the material. The selection of particular gas depends on the quality of cut and economics. Then next, some gases are used in plasma arc machining, or some mixtures we can use. It depends upon the material to be machined. So the first, nitrogen and hydrogen, or the mixture of argon and hydrogen, which is used basically for the stainless steel and non-ferrous material. Then we can use the mixture of nitrogen and hydrogen compressed or compressier for the material of carbon and alloy steel or cast iron. Then nitrogen, or we can use the mixture of nitrogen hydrogen, or we can use the mixture of argon and hydrogen for the material aluminium and magnesium. So next, there are some advantages of this plasma arc machining. So it can be used to cut any metal. Then the cutting rate is very high as compared to the ordinary flame cutting processes. It can cut plain carbon steel 4 times faster. It is used for rough turning of very difficult materials. Then due to high speed of cutting, the deformation of sheet metal is reduced while the width of the cut is minimum and the surface quality is high. Then there are some disadvantages. It produces a tapered surface sometimes. Then the protection of noise is necessary. Then cost of the equipment is very high. Then protection of eyes is necessary for the operator and persons working in nearby areas. Oxidation and scale formation takes place, so it requires shielding. The work surface may undergo metallurgical changes. Then there are some applications of plasma arc machining. It is used for cutting alloy steel, stainless steel, cast iron, copper, nickel, titanium, aluminium, and alloy of copper and nickel. Then it is used for profile cutting. It is successfully used for turning and milling of hard and machine materials. It can be used for stack cutting, shape cutting, piercing, and underwater cutting. And last, that is uniform thin film spring of refractory materials on different metals, plastic, ceramics, are also done by plasma arc. Thank you.